The Director General of NAFDAC, Professor Moji Adeyeye, has said that Nigeria is closer now to manufacturing our own vaccine. She stated this on Monday, 22nd November 2021 during the ministerial press briefing tagged Updates on COVID-19 Response and Development in the Health Sector, which took place at the Federal Ministry of Health. Speaking on a few things out of the many things happening in Nigeria, she emphasized on NAFDAC's position in the WHO global benchmarking maturity. She stated that without reaching maturity level 3, Nigeria would never be able to manufacture vaccine. She also stated that this journey started 2018 and WHO gave them 868 recommendations to meet before being recognized to maturity to level 3. She stated that they have been on that journey and it's good to announce that as of October 15, 2021, they have no other recommendations to meet, and it's now 868 to nil. She also stated that the global benchmarking audits couldn't have been possible if a change in culture and the right way to treat the customers was not adopted. Relating their journey so far, she stated that they had to go for training for 1.5 years and learned how to think of customers first before themselves, and also know that the agency is extremely important. Speaking about NAFDAC's vaccine laboratory, she revealed that in response to WHO's only option, which is expansion, before getting to maturity level 3, they started building labs. She stated part of the expansion includes the drug lab in Yaba and the vaccine laboratory. According to her, the vaccine laboratory is being built now in Oshodi and will be completed towards the end of next year. The Director General also unveiled the support of the government in improving the health care.
And the first thing is NAFDAC toward WHO Global Benchmarking Maturity Level 3. Without reaching maturity level 3, Nigeria will never be able to manufacture vaccines. So whatever NAFDAC is doing for the nation. This journey started January 2018, and WHO gave us 868 recommendations to meet before being recognized for maturity level 3. We have been on that journey, and it's good to share with this audience that as of October 15, 2021, we have no other recommendations to meet. So 868 to nil. That is where we are, and thank you very much. Nigeria is closer now to manufacturing our own vaccines. It will no longer be because of the regulatory agency. And this global benchmarking audit wouldn't have been possible if we did not adopt a change in culture, a change in the way we think of customers. We started using ISO 9001, 2015, January of 2018. So we did this in parallel to the WHO auditing. That ISO 9001 took us through training for 1.5 years on how to think of customers first, not ourselves, and how to also know that the image of the agency is extremely important. The second aspect of what I will share is NAFDAC's vaccine laboratory. Part of the global benchmarking is laboratory testing. The global benchmarking is actually broken down into 8 regulatory functions. Laboratory testing is one of them, market authorization, market control, vigilance, regulatory inspection, clinical trials, laboratory testing, and licensing, which is PCN. So they told us that we have to expand our labs in order to be able to get maturity level 3. So part of that expansion is, it includes the drug lab in Yaba and the vaccine laboratory. The government came to our aid about this as part of improving the health sector. The vaccine laboratory is being built now in Oshodi, and we should be seeing the completion towards the middle of next year. Aside from the laboratories, NAFDAC is building 7 state offices from Kebbi to Sokoto to Ogun and to Ebonyi. This is extremely important because the way the customers see us, especially with MSMEs, is the way they take us. And our offices were deplorable. That was why we decided that we need to build state offices. And there are 5 others that are in the works right now. Aside from all this, our regular regulatory function, which is making sure that our people get medicine that will help them to get better. Not falsified medicine, not counterfeited medicines. And our investigation and enforcement works almost round the clock in the bid to mitigate, to reduce substandards for the falsified medicines. And recently, the investigation and enforcement raided 2 warehouses in Lagos, the trade fair complex, and carted away over 20 truckloads of falsified medicines, banned medicines worth about 3 billion naira. For a regulatory agency to be deemed strong, you have to make sure that the supply chain, which NAFDAC is supposed to be overseeing in terms of distribution, should be strong. We adopted traceability, GS1-driven traceability, which the Honorable Minister launched in 2020 or late 2019. And NAFDAC is now leading globally. NAFDAC is leading globally and is being recognized internationally for the monitoring of vaccines in the supply chain. We use vaccine as the pilot. Oxford University recognized what NAFDAC is doing, and they call it Abuja Principles. Thank you. The monitoring of our commodities, including vaccines that we are using as pilots, is to ensure there is no infiltration of substandard and falsified vaccines in the supply chain. NAFDAC is also the first regulatory agency to serialize or barcoded vaccines that do not come with the GS1 standard barcodes. The unprecedented activity is part of safeguarding the health of Nigerians. Because of the level of illiteracy in our country, whether educated people or not educated, because many of us are educated, but there are some things we don't get well. We've been doing sensitization of many things, including dangers of buying medicines from hawkers, abuse of codeine, and self-medication, especially among the youth, the dangerous effects of using kerosene tanker to load groundnut and palm oil, dangerous practice of using potassium bromate to bake bread, and use of azo dyes in palm oil in order to make it redder, but it will cause cancer or lead to kidney failure. So we've been doing all these sensitization campaigns also. Aside from the sensitization and whatnot, in terms of COVID-19 vaccine, we have been very, very active in terms of collaboration, doing cohort event monitoring. We have one going with University of Maryland, and it is funded by US CDC. Evaluation of different Moderna vaccine in particular, in order to know what is happening to the patients in terms of safety monitoring. We have sentinel sites in Bauchi, Edo, Enugu, Kaduna State, and FCT. We just like NIMA said, we've been collaborating with NIMA, NIPRID, and so on, to see the effect of fractional dosing on immunogenicity of some vaccines. Thank you very much.